Hello and welcome to Uncorked, the show we break down your favorite made-for-TV movies one bottle at a time. I'm your host, Patrick Serrano, and today we are talking about Dead Girl Summer. Dead Girl Summer stars Sydney Ham and Savoy Bailey. The movie begins with some running through the woods, which is very Lifetime. Wait, it isn't a woman running for her life. It's a kid running to go fishing with his dad. That is not very Lifetime. They find a dead girl in the water, and now we're back in Lifetime territory. 4 years later, Avery and Jade are back in town to sell Jade's parents' summer home. Their friend Will welcomes them back and has a new girlfriend named Daniela. Being back brings back memories of Mia's death through random flashbacks throughout the movie, which are indistinguishable from the present timeline. The dead girl's name is Mia, and she is friends with a group of teens in town. At a bonfire, Avery starts to feel sick, and Will takes her home, leaving Jade to party by herself. The next morning, Jade is missing, and her phone and wallet are found by the lake. A bracelet is found by the dock, and the whole thing mirrors the night Mia went missing 4 years ago. The sheriff is surprisingly blasé considering that Jade's disappearance is exactly how Mia's went down. The police ruled Mia's death was an accident, cliff diving gone wrong. Avery is convinced that someone is after them and blaming them for Mia's death. Will and Avery could be next. Daniela is straight up crazy, grabbing Will and holding him at knife point as foreplay. He laughs it off, but clearly it's a red flag. Daniela has been helping Avery find clues, but could also be responsible for planting them. Daniela leads Avery to review footage from a doc. Could Will be the killer? Avery doesn't trust anyone and turns to a guy named Eric to help her break into the police station. Avery steals files about Mia's case. The autopsy report shows red paint, and that can only mean one thing. Mia was being held captive in the barn. Of course, why didn't I think of that? Jade is found in the barn, under some hay bales or something, and is alive. Hooray! Daniela turns out to be Mia's cousin and lured Avery and Jade back to town to get revenge for what happened to Mia. There is a struggle over a shovel, but Avery has a flashback where she sees paint on her sleeve, and it reminds her of Will having the same color paint on his sleeve. You see what I mean about the flashbacks? Will killed Mia after she friend-zoned him after a bonfire party, and he threw her in the lake to cover it up. Will tries to explain everything to the girls, but Daniela knocks him out with a shovel. The police show up and are like, oh, my bad, I guess we're here now. They arrest Will and Daniela, and Jade and Avery sell the house and leave town forever. It's a summer they'll never forget. A dead girl summer. And that is Dead Girl Summer. This movie, trying to do a lot with very little. The timeline jumps and storytelling structure were sloppy and confusing. I blame that mostly on the writing, and the director could have made some more distinctly obvious timeline jumps for dumb people like me who really needed spelled out for them. I really like Sydney Ham. On Lifetime, she was in a swimmer movie a couple years ago, and I haven't really seen much of her since then, so we need to get her in more. I loved her in the protagonist role here. This movie surprisingly only had one kill, Mia, and I would have to put a cork in it. Let me know what you think about the movie in the comment section below, and follow the show at Lifetime Uncorked. You can also follow me at Patrick Miguel. Lifetime Uncorked is a podcast with hundreds of episodes recapping Lifetime movies. Listen wherever you get your podcast, and check out our website, lifetimeuncorked.com, for full reviews. If you feel like it, please leave me a tip on Ko-fi, buy me a glass of wine, and I'll keep watching Lifetime. That's it for this week. We'll talk to you soon. Bye!